13 by Myracle. March. The thing about birthdays, especially if you just that very day turned 13, is that you should know in your heart of hearts that the world is your oyster, even if you don't like oysters because of the slime factor, and because they're gray, and have no eyes. Eating an oyster is like swallowing a fishy blob of jello, and frankly, I'm not a fan. I would not, however, run away shrieking if someone dangled an oyster in front of me like my BFF Dina would. Last year on my birthday, I snuck home a shrimp from Benihana because, in addition to being anti-oyster, Dina is also possessed of a shrimp phobia, the poor dear. I waited until just the right moment, then whipped out the shrimp and jiggled it in front of her, making scary shrimp "I'm going to get you" noises. There was shrieking, there was cat fur, there was an extremely irate older sister, that would be Sandra, who puffed off with her tub of shrimp juice, tainted mud mask, which Dina and I had kind of borrowed. Ah, the good old days. But today is a good day too, because today I turned 13. It is big, and that bigness hummed inside me even though I tried to play it cool when first Mom and Dad, and then my friends at school made the obligatory, "Ooh, a teenager at last" sort of comments. Dorky, dorky, dorky. And yet there's a truth behind the dorkiness. I will never be a child again. People might call me a child. In fact, I'm sure they will, and I'll glare at them hormonally. But my childhood days are over. There's a Bible verse Grandmom Perry made me learn. What was it? When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But now that I am grown, I have put away such childish things. It has a tinge of sadness to it, despite the glory of my slumber party to come, complete with Bobby Brown makeovers at the mall. Growing up is always tinged with sadness. That's what I was coming to learn. You got boobs, but you also got zits. You got to wear cooler clothes, but you felt self-conscious when people noticed you in them. You realized your parents weren't perfect and amazing and all-powerful, which was liberating in a way, but, well, you also realized your parents weren't perfect and amazing and all-powerful, which sucked. As a little kid, I thought my parents had all the answers. As I got older, I realized no one did. And let's not forget the friend thing. Back in the olden days, it was also easy. Take my little brother, Ty, for example. He's 6, and he's friends with everyone, even the kids he doesn't like. I went with Mom to pick him up from school last week, because Westminster, where I go, had a teacher workday and Trinity, Ty's elementary school, didn't. And I saw this kid reach over and pinch Ty on his side. The kid laughed after he did it, and not in a nice way. "Who was that who pinched you?" I asked him after he climbed into the back seat. "Gary," Ty said. "Why did he pinch you?" "Because he has sharp fingernails, and because he wants me to think he's a snake because I'm scared of snakes." "What a jerk," I said. "Winnie," my mom warned. "Fine, he was acting like a jerk," I said. Mom was okay with that, with our saying that someone was acting jerky or stupid or annoying. She just didn't want us saying someone was a jerk. My opinion was that Mom was acting naive to think that made any difference. Anyway, a snake bite wouldn't feel like a pinch. "What would it feel like?" Ty asked. "I don't know, not a pinch." "A stabbing pain of hot lava? And it wouldn't be on your waist either, unless the snake slithered up your pants." "Winnie," Mom said. "It wouldn't," I said, "and I don't like Gary for doing that." "Me neither," Ty said. "He should go to the juvenile detention center." "Maybe you should stand in the pickup line with someone else," I suggested. "One of your friends and not Gary." Ty had looked puzzled. "Gary is my friend," he said, as if he were explaining some basic fact. In 7th grade, if someone pinched you hard enough to bring tears to your eyes, you wouldn't stay friends with them. Only instead of pinching, a 7th grader was more likely to be snake-like in other ways, like whispering to someone that you were trying too hard if you wore pink eyeshadow, or that your shirt was too tight, or too loose, or that you really needed to clip your toenails if you don't want to gross everybody out. So as a 7th grader, no, you weren't friends with people you didn't like. But sometimes you also weren't friends with people you did like, which was complicated, and which didn't make sense if you tried to explain it. Sometimes things just changed. That's where the sadness came in. I can't really explain though. Dina is BFF number 1. Cinnamon is my BFF number 2. Plenty of people have more than one best friend forevers. That's allowed. And my ex-BFF is Amanda. On the very extremely plus side of being 13, I also have a yikes plain old BF, as in boyfriend. Maybe I don't want to be braggy about it, because it's not as if he rented a billboard and painted "I love Winnie" across it for all the world to see. And please, we are not going to the love stage. No, nunny, no. But he did hold my hand, tee. He held my hand for the first and only time last Thursday, and it was glorious. Plus, he's absolutely gorgeous, with his hazel eyes and slouchy voice saunter and messy, adorable hair. He jokes around with me, and sometimes I feel normal with him, and I definitely have the thought that I could be even more normal around him one day, with practice and mental pep talks and shoulders back, stomach in reminders. And then, far off in the future, we can get married and watch TV together and have billions of little Larses and Winnies. No! Ack! Where did that come from? Please don't let Lars have received that as a weird psychic message through the stratosphere, I begged the world. Sometimes, even though I knew it was impossible, I feared my innermost thoughts could be heard. Not just by God, but by unintended recipients like my dead grandfather and a certain hazel-eyed boy. Just kidding, I thought loudly, not planning on marriage, at least for not for a long, long time. Not that desperate and girly. It did unnerve me, liking Lars and having him, yes, just a minute, like me back. That was a big part of why I had so much to be thankful for on this day of becoming a teenager. And when I said that a 13-year-old should have the world as her oyster, what I meant was this. I hope my life will be this good forever. What I hope my life will always be a secret pearl, shimmery and full of promise. 13-year-olds are too old to blow out candles, though I know I will anyway, but that's my birthday wish. Dina's dad had pulled into our driveway at 5, and Cinnamon's dad followed right on his heels. Or wheels, rather. Dina and Cinnamon both lived with their dads. Dina because her mom died way back when she was a baby, and Cinnamon because her parents are divorced. Her mom lives in North Carolina, a 3-hour drive from Atlanta. Cinnamon has a stepmom, but it isn't a great thing. Her stepmom puts people down a lot, including Cinnamon. Cinnamon's dad is cool, though. He's a hotshot Atlanta developer who has big-time clients, and sometimes he gets us tickets to random concerts. Cinnamon hopped out of her father's Lexus and ran up the driveway past Dina, who was still saying bye to her dad. I bounced on my toes on the front porch. Happy birthday, you birthday-having fool! Cinnamon cried, giving me a big ol' hug. I grinned, thanks. Dina kissed her dad's cheek in the front seat of their station wagon. They were very close, but in a totally sweet way, and I was glad for both of them, because I think you'd need that if someone you love died. She climbed out, got her overnight bag from the back seat, and came to join us. She and Cinnamon were going to spend the night even though it was a Sunday. So cool! We squealed and did a group hug spazzy thing. We were like jumping elephants. Party time, Cinnamon said. I helped the two of them lug their stuff inside, then called out to Mom. We're ready, I said. It's time to go. Our personal beautician awaits. Not beautician, Cinnamon said. Beauticians are frumpy old ladies who went to beauty school. With big hair, Dina contributed. Our personal makeup consultant waits, Cinnamon said. Right, I said, like, thank you, oh wise one. Mom clomped down the stairs in her heels and a snazzy pants and blouse combo. She wore such mom clothes, tailored and put together. Even when she wore jeans, they were crisp and dark blue and high-waisted, with her shirts tucked in according to the law for 40-year-olds. She was cute in her little outfits. Hi, girls, she said. Hi, Mrs. Perry, Dina and Cinnamon chorused. So let's do it, she said, because she still thought she was hip. To Dad, who showed up in the kitchen to see us off, she said, see you on the flip side, homie. Oh, dear God, I said, as Dina and Cinnamon giggled. Mom, do not ever say that again. Mom laughed. Tell me not to say something, and that's exactly what I'll greet you with the next time I pick you up from school. And I'll be wearing clown shoes. Have fun, girls, Dad said, ruffling my hair, and then Dina's, and then Cinnamon's. Just don't go too crazy. At Lenox, Mom told the woman behind the Bobby Brown counter at Neiman Marcus that we were only 13, which wasn't even true. Dina was still 12. And to please give us a look that was appropriate. And then she gave me her credit card, said we could all pick one product to buy, and went off to check out the sales rack in the women's department. Okay, this is gonna be fun, the Bobby Brown lady said as soon as Mom was out of earshot. She was Asian, with gorgeous pale skin and dark eye makeup. I guess she was in her late 20s. My name's Amy, and I say let's just go for it. What do you think? I think I like Amy very much, Cinnamon said under her breath. Winnie first, because she's the birthday girl, Dina said. No, I want to go last, I said. I was excited